All right, so today we are at Smart Arts and Crafts. They are doing a clearance clear out. So what happens is when people donate, sometimes what they donate is not easy to resell. And so they end up with piles and piles of extra little bits and pieces. So I'm gonna check and see like the yarn situation, see if there's any treasures I can find, but also kind of give you guys a sense of what a day like today is like. They do a pretty good job of advertising on social media and their mailers and that kind of thing. But that is what has brought us in today. So it's one of those times where you take what you want, pay what you want. And yeah, it's pretty cold right now. It is the middle of January, so I'm not sure, like right now it's due to open in the next minute or two. I don't see anyone in line, but I do see some other folks waiting in their cars just like we are. So yeah, let me take you with us and see what we have to see. And if I find any good treasures, I will show you there at the end. Hey folks, just for fun, I thought I would mix up the setting where I was filming, partly because what I came away with mostly was not yarn. Now I will say, I did go inside the store itself. They had all their clearance on the outside, and on the inside was their regular store. I did pick up a ball of Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Pill Fiber. This is I'm pretty sure it's the color olive, and I'm using that for a project. In fact, I don't have any olive left. And yes, indeed, it is olive. But I was going to use this in the blanket that I'm making out of all low pill fiber. And I'm going to be using olive as my join as you go color. So I thought for $3, even on their 30% off, it's not going to be that. So wanted to go ahead and grab that. So that was the only actual yarn that I got. And that's partially how this store operates. It can be really hit and miss. And a lot of times, again, these kind of clear out things, you can find some treasures. You never really know what you're gonna find. So I didn't get any other yarny things, but if you're curious about what I did get, I am gonna share that now. So a couple of things. I got a big old shiny picture frame. I found, this was really interesting, the Nordstrom scarf book. And this I thought would be interesting in terms of finding and thinking about ways to wear shawls and scarves. And so I thought that could be actually really handy as a crocheter. So also beautiful illustrations there. It looks kind of like watercolor or like drawing Anyway, really lovely there. I got a lot of things for classrooms. So pencils, crayons, little things like that. Things like some beads, just little art supplies. Things like stickers. I ended up picking up a bunch of this stationery with these calla lilies on them. I thought those were really beautiful. They are really meant to be used for like wedding invitations, that kind of thing, but I will use them just to write letters on. And so I got quite a stack there. Another picture frame, some printer paper. This can be used either as drawing paper on the back or maybe origami paper. Again, just basic little bits and pieces of art supplies that we will go through in the family. We have a little mushroom craft kit. I have some of these labels for Christmas gifts. Here we have, this looks like some origami paper. I got a little towel. I think I didn't mean to do this, but it's where you can cross stitch on it. So one of those. You can never have too many little towels hanging out, right? And then index cards. I mean, just the randomest bits and pieces. A little organizer box. I have one child in particular who will want to organize Legos, and so that will be great for that child. More little holiday things to go for classroom supplies. Let's see here, some embroidery thread, some little alligator clasps. These will be good for when I'm doing amigurumi. I was running low on black, and white is also really important color. And then also for these alligator clips, honestly, that's just gonna be for me to keep the little stray fuzzies away. Let's see here, I did pick up, I think this is a fat quarter. It was just really pretty. It kind of spoke to me. I thought, whatever, I'll just toss it in there. I think it might be Chinese. I don't think it's Japanese. So I'm not quite sure what else is written on there. I can't do a translation, but that might be like a bag lining or something like that. Another photo frame. In fact, I was thinking of this postcard that I have. Maybe that would fit in here, or maybe it would fit in the other frame. This is from Asheville, North Carolina, from a trip we took as a family. The last little bits and pieces I got some D-rings. Those can be helpful in making like belts or purses. And then I got a lot of little bits of like costume jewelry. And so I'm not sure what I'm gonna find when I start looking through these. Here's some little findings for jewelry. I'm not into jewelry making, but again, you never know when these little bits and pieces can be helpful for projects that you're working on. And I know in the past, when I've looked through some costume jewelry, I've actually been surprised of the high quality to some of it. So we'll see if there's anything fun in there. Y'all, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was really a bit of a treasure hunt. Oh, I did get a Singer sewing gauge. That's really helpful. I have one of these, but this is nice to have an extra just for a couple of inches when you need to do a gauge swatch. And you have the little slider to kind of go back and forth. Anyway, I thought this would be a handy thing to have as a mom with kids. So that is my bit of a haul. The store is really nice. I didn't actually get footage of the main part of it. I just focused on the yarn, but I wanted to feature some of the yarns that I was able to find. Again, I only came back with the one skein of something that I already have a project for, but I thought you guys might be interested, especially if you want to come to Nashville sometime. It's a great place to stop in at, and also just to get a perspective on what is available and kind of what people are saying goodbye to and donating. So thank you again for spending some time with me today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for coming with me on this little kind of thrifty adventure. I do in general try to do my best to not overwhelm myself by going to that art supply store too much, because I actually don't want to have too much. I want to use what I have. But this was a fun little outing, and I'm glad that y'all could join me for it. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Thank you to all of my commenters, all my Yarny friends. Thank you to those who just have encouraged me and supported me in this little YouTube adventure. I say adventure a lot. That's what life is. There's only so much that you can control, so live life, enjoy it as the adventure that it is. So y'all, thank you for being part of my lives. If for whatever reason I'm not your cup of tea, thank you so much for listening this long. I really do appreciate you, and I do hope I'll see you again soon. Bye.